Okay, YouTube, we're back. I'm sorry, I don't know where the camera cut off at. I don't. So this video will have to be uploaded in two parts because I don't own editing equipment to put both parts of the video together. I'm sorry, YouTube. Oh crap, I thought I'd turn the camera off, YouTube. I'm sorry. Now we need to put the water for the rice back on there so it can be heating up. Okay, let me pause the video so in case the camera cuts off again. Alright, I'll be back. Let's go ahead and stick us another log in that fire. You know all that wood I stuck in there, YouTube, and when we started this video, you see how quickly it's done just about burn away to nothing. In case I didn't mention it before, this wood is wood from the oak tree that fell and destroyed my other house. I promised to tell y'all the temperature when we got done which I thought about it now, so I'm gonna do it now. The current temperature is 74 degrees in here from about 68, to give you an idea of how quickly or slowly wood heats the house. And by the way, we are heating a fairly large area, so that little bit of a change in this amount of time, maybe a little under an hour, I don't feel like it's bad at all. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and pause the video while this water's heating up. Y'all don't want to watch. Well, you know what they say about a watched pot, it never boils. Okay, YouTube, it's been about an additional 20 minutes since since I cut the video last. That water's plenty hot now, so let's go ahead and add our rice. I know normally with 1 cup of rice you just use 2 cups of water. I use 3 because it don't stick near as bad to the pan. And also, cooking it this way may very well take longer than the 20 minutes that it's supposed to normally take. But let's go ahead and get started. I think with this, since rice isn't that expensive, I'm going to go ahead and try to use a glass lid. Try to get it to cook a little bit quicker. Well, at least the standard 20 minutes that it's supposed to take. We'll go ahead and start our timer here as well. And of course I got a text message. Yeah. YouTube, my buddy Paul sends me all kinds of funny messages and things that he finds on the internet. Unfortunately, yeah, I can't show those on YouTube. I'm sorry. Let's see. Oh, let's see. The Appalachian Storyteller uploaded a video. Any of y'all ever watch that guy? He does some mighty fine storytelling. He tells true stories and what seems to be fictionalized versions of true events. If y'all ain't seen that guy, check him out. He seems like a pretty down-to-earth guy, and his videos are absolutely top-notch. Because of the camera messing up earlier and all that, I had intended to cook some bread as well tonight with this, but I think I'm gonna forego the bread. And if it's good and cold tomorrow evening, we may still do the bread tomorrow evening, and then I'll do a separate video of that. But for tonight, when this rice is done, and I get everything put in the pan that I'm gonna eat it from, we're probably gonna go ahead and call it a video, because this video is running pretty long, even for me, and of course the camera had to get it in on the act and kind of ruin everything by splitting the video for us. I don't know why it done that. It's never done that before. But anyway, I need to step away here again and drain the meat the second time. If that should boil over, y'all let me know. I need to stir that rice again. I'm not sure if you can tell you to see it, YouTube, but I've got a bucket down there with a lid on it that I've been setting my utensils on. Well, it's not sticking, YouTube, so that actually might be a good thing. Lord have mercy. I'm gonna need something cold to drink after this. Holy moly, this done got warm by this fire heater. Whew, Lord have mercy. Could you imagine having to cook on a fire like this during the 101, 102, 103 degree temperatures of a Georgia summer? I understand completely now why they had kitchens, outdoor kitchens back then, and kitchens that were separate from the house. I completely understand. Holy moly, I am hot. Of course, it wasn't that cool in here to begin with, so I'm gonna go check the temperature again and see what it's up to. I bet you it's getting closer to 80 degrees now. According to the thermometer on the wall over there, YouTube, it's now reached about 77 degrees in here. And that's actually really warm. I actually had to go and open a couple of doors to the rooms that we don't normally use and don't normally heat. So maybe it cool off in here a little bit because, quite frankly, it's getting warm in here, YouTube. Don't know if I like all this sweating in February. Holy moly. How much time has this rice got left? Okay, the timer on the phone says it's got about 11 minutes left. So I'm going to go ahead and cut the camera so y'all don't have to just sit there and stare at it for another 11 minutes. I'll bring you back when the timer goes off and we're checking the rice to see if it's actually done. All right, hold on, YouTube. You'll be right back in a flash. Look at there, YouTube. The water actually did come to a boil. You see it trying to boil over a little bit? I didn't think it was gonna do it. Okay, YouTube, that timer just went off, so let's go ahead and take this rice off here and put it on the stove and see if it's actually done in the 20 minutes that it supposed it would have taken on a normal stove. Let's get out of the way. Okay, YouTube, let's move in there into the kitchen area. And please don't pick on me about my green mitten. Okay. Let's see how bad I did here. Can y'all see that? Yeah. Well, it isn't stuck, so that's good. Okay, YouTube, that rice is done. Let me go ahead and get the pan out that we're gonna eat it in, because it's bigger and I have to mix all this crap together. I won't make y'all watch that, so I'll bring you back in a few. Alright, YouTube, we've got everything done. Most of the dishes are washed up. And now I started preparing to do this video at 9:56 p.m. It is now 18 minutes after 12 midnight Eastern Standard Time. So, granted, we have to kind of take away maybe 30 minutes for having to mess with the camera and everything. But for such a simple meal of just cooking meat and rice and mixing it with a can of chili to make a meal, that's an awful lot of work. So would I recommend cooking on a wood stove? Only if there's absolutely no other option. If you've got another option, like say a camp stove or even a campfire, even that's, you know, kind of outside where you're not sweltering in a house that's pushing 80 degrees, then yeah, if the wood stove's your only option, yeah, okay, go ahead and do it. If you have, like I said, if you've got another option, use another option. You know, using a camp stove, I know they say you're not supposed to use them indoors, but I used the little gray butane stove in down in my other house because I didn't have a working stove at all down there. I used that thing in my house for a good 3.5, 4 years before the tree forced us to have to move up here to where I actually had an electric stove. And I never had any problem with it. I've even used that Coleman stove, which by the way, don't say anywhere on it that it's a dual fuel stove. That big green stove, that's the Coleman stove, by the way. Even though it doesn't say dual fuel on it anywhere, I've only ever run gasoline in it. And I've used that thing in the house quite a lot, you know, without issue. You can do it just once, you know. I mean, if you're that worried about it, open a door, open a window. But no, I don't recommend using a wood stove to cook on if you've got another option. I mean, I know some people out there that's going to see this video either tonight when it uploads or even you know, weeks, months, or years down the road. They're going to try to argue with me, and quite frankly, I'm not going to argue with them. You know, I've done it. If I had to do it again, yeah, I would do it again. But you know what? I've got camp stoves that I can use and plenty of fuel to cook a meal if I need to cook a meal, you know. It's just that simple. I mean, you know, sure you might use the wood stove if you've got a power outage and it's just cold as everything outside, you know, and you've already got it going. Sure, go ahead, use it. Put that fire to some extra use other than heating the house. But really, you would probably just want to use a camp stove. You know, and I learned a lesson this evening. You know, back in the old days, when they actually had to use those things to cook or not eat, when they started phasing those out and you know, in exchange for electric and gas, I can see now why everyone was so willing to adopt electric and gas. It's cleaner, it's not near as hot, you know, and you've got near instant heat to cook with, you know, and they're well, if you know what you're doing trying to cook, they're way less of a fire hazard than a you know, traditional fireplace or wood stove. So, but yeah, it was a fun experiment, and I'm glad I did it. And will I do it again? Yeah, I probably will. I may even do it again tomorrow night because I had wanted to cook some flatbread or hoe cakes, as my family called them. And that's a garden hoe, not the not the modern shortened version of the word of the word whore. I mean, when in the Bible, if you look in the Bible, you can find reference to people actually cooking breads on the back of their gardening hoe. But anyway, that's a whole different rant. But anyway, yeah, I probably am gonna try to cook the bread anyway, cause I'm curious and I want to see. Okay, YouTube, let's see how this crap tastes. I got a sneaking suspicion that it's probably not gonna taste any different than if I had cooked it on a gas or on an electric stove, but we're fixing to find out. I can't tell that it was cooked on using a fire in the stove, but I can sure tell that that's canned chili in that. Whew, that canned chili is rough. But okay, YouTube, I thank y'all for watching, and I would appreciate it if you would like, subscribe, and comment. And I'm gonna try to hang around in the comments for, well, it's 12:24 now, so I'm saying I'm hoping to hang around to maybe two o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Chit chatting with anybody that wants to comment. After that, I'm going to bed. I'm not completely over this COVID crap, and I done got tired. But good night, YouTube. Thank you for watching and sticking through the crappy camera work and the camera's cutting off and all that. I would appreciate it if y'all would like, subscribe, and comment. Good night, YouTube.